Wait till it stops and start.
Wait till it stops and we'll start.
Yeah, it's just stopping it. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Dad, how you feeling?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Feeling better?
I'll admit I succumbed to the old man flu.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'll
That's
take
you
the
guys.
time to step away, get me batteries recharged, and here we are. But I'll tell you something, joking apart, international breaks come at the right time, eh?
It has, definitely. I think you even said to me after you watched the full game back, we didn't look at it again. I think after Borough, 3 games realistically speaking now, we haven't got a win. And to be fair, we haven't really been up to it, have we?
No, I think certainly the Millwall game, from what I watched of it, we were just far too pedestrian. We looked a bit lacklustre. We didn't seem to have any ideas. However, let's put, now's the perfect opportunity to put my slant on it. I've done myself some notes. So listen, bigger picture. First 9 games, we've got a total of 17 points.
Yep.
We're sitting 4th in the Championship.
Yep.
Record states that after playing 9 games, we've got 2 home wins.
Yep.
We've got 2 home draws.
Yep.
We've got 1 home defeat. We've won 3 away games, and we've lost. If somebody had said that to me at the beginning of the season, painted me that picture and said, "Would you be acceptable?" I would say yes.
Definitely. I think when you look at it as a season overall so far, guys, are you happy with it? Because I definitely am. Make sure to put down in the comment section down below what are your thoughts. And I think when you look at the points per game, which everyone looks at as the teams who are going to go up, on average, what do they have points per game?
I couldn't tell you.
2 points per game is average to go up. And if you look at it, at the moment, we're pretty much slap bang on to get that. And if we can keep that up, we're going to be up there, aren't we?
I'm going to do Ron Atkinson on you. You can have all your stats, all your gadgets and everything, but the bottom line is this, right? Football's a simple game. If you don't create chances, you don't score. But if you create chances and you still don't score, well, we're in trouble, aren't we? But if anything, I would say that we've probably overachieved too soon. We've peaked too soon. In as much as the beginning of the season, we didn't set the transfer window alight, really, did we? And don't forget...
Well, overall, I thought overall we did really well transfer window-wise.
No, but I'll rephrase that. We didn't have a potload of cash to mess about with, did we? And splurge like other teams have. I mean, I don't know what the average spend is, but certainly we would be well below it. I think that with the... You have to excuse the background. I think... It's Christmas has come early. I think that with the financial frustrations that we've got behind us, and I think that even Carlos himself had come out and said it's going to be a long, hard season. So with that, I set out to go to QPR thinking, you know what, to quote your phrase, we're going to get
dicked. Yeah, before you mentioned that one.
And so I think that we carried a bit of a false momentum. Saying that, Madge's looked great. I mean, look, come on, he's got 7 goals in the first 9 games.
I think overall
it's
been a success so far. And my only worry is perhaps being top of the league for those couple of weeks. It got to the players thinking, you know, we'll turn up against these and we'll turn them over.
I think he got some, or did you know?
I think he has. Either it's pressure or they thought they were too good. You don't know, but it's too early in the season to know what's going on because it's going to be ups and downs, isn't it? As you said to me many times, and many people have said to us, it is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, it's put it this way, look, it's like Tony Brown once said, didn't it? If you don't buy a ticket, you're not going to win the raffle. And I feel that sometimes we do overplay it. I think sometimes, and people like Swift are guilty of it, you get the ball right, if someone's there, just pass it on. It doesn't have to be a Hollywood ball. Just put it out to the right, the left, put it back. If need be, have a bit of caution. But I'd like to see a shooting wall winning the final third. We don't seem to be clinical enough. And if I'm going to be critical, we've carried that issue over from last season. I always feel that when we're in the opposition's half, have a crack.
Yeah,
don't matter where you are.
I completely
just
agree
have
with that.
a
Test
crack.
the keeper, for example. I was going to mention it as well, guys. I think many people have said, I think they weren't happy with what's happening at the moment, thinking that, oh yeah, we're getting snuffed out, which yes we are, and we'll come on.
What do you mean we've been sussed out?
Yeah. And I think while we are being sussed out, I don't feel like some people getting on the back of Carlos Corber and going, oh maybe he's being called out now. And while we all got to agree, Dad, that you can have your own opinion, can't you?
Well, this is the beautiful thing about it. It's football is a lot of backsides in it. Football opinions are a lot of backsides. We've all got one, but the one that matters really is King Carlos. I ain't having you and all the nice.
So I mentioned, I was one of the ones who I said to you in the car. My worry is, as soon as we went 1-0 down, what I could see is maybe getting a goal. Again, I wasn't too sure how he would change it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. People pay the money and they turn up, and let's be honest, the cost of living is very expensive. So you're going to get all your frustrations out. I, for one, understand that, but it's like I said, it's all about opinions. And my opinion is I'm happy where we are, and I think that we're going to have a long, hard season. And if we're being critical now after 9 games, then heaven only knows what's going to happen, because we're going to hit other bad patches as well.
We definitely are, and I think I may as well say as well I'm here now. Massive shout out to Beck, by the way, on the last vlog. Did a great job covering you. Were you impressed?
To be honest with you, the future is you and Beck. You know what? Very impressed. Thought it was ace, to be honest with you.
It's a shame the game wasn't that good, because you even predicted it, may I just say?
I know. I just had that feel. Well, I just had that feeling in our track record against Millwall isn't that good. Again, though, let's analyse this and really be serious about it. I think that. Have we got the playing squad? Yes. I think that, if anything, I've said it time and time again in these vlogs, the only problem I've got is we're going to defeat ourselves with making silly mistakes. There's times when we continue to play out at the back, and I understand why we do it, because it's worked. But there are times when people aren't switched on, and they lose a bit of focus, they lose a bit of confidence, and then it all goes to pot. I think that Carlos, he ain't daft. No. Bearing in mind, we've got everybody else is trying to gain points, but I feel that Albion set the stall out with a brilliant playing philosophy that got everybody's sus to say it, I think now. So I think it is Plan B, and I think he will play to the strengths. But let's not shy away from
what is interesting about that is when you say about Plan A, Plan B, this whole scenario. We've seen it many times. This season, he's gone a lot different. Last season against like the top teams, for example, what was the one thing we didn't do? We didn't control possession-wise, and this season...
That's the Albion. We've reversed that.
We reversed it completely, and this season, possession-wise, if you look at the stats, Dad, most games we're getting about 50-60% possession. You think to yourself, we've seen a lot of Albion dominate the play here.
Yeah.
And there's going to be games where we're having the ball so much, and it's going to account to goals. It doesn't always, and we've seen that, like against Millwall. I thought we had the ball quite a lot at the time, but we didn't get that goal. Yeah, but overall, if we keep doing that constant basis, we're going to realistically control these games more. So when we are under the cosh, as you say, we realistically can control it a lot better.
Yeah, I think again, let's not shy away from the fact, right? The Millwall game, we could have lost that.
Yeah, I think
they had the chances.
They did.
And Palmer done what he needed to do, and I've been highly critical of him. I just think that I'm the biggest critic, but I remember turning to you, or you turned to me at QPR and said, "Bloody hell, we look good."
We did.
And I've got to be honest with you, I thought, but listen, we're in a brilliant position. It's not. We are. He's one for you then. He's one for you. Would you rather be in the position of our neighbours across the blue half at Birmingham City and be where they are? Nothing's guaranteed. Or be with our friends at the Moulinex and be where they are? I'd rather be where we are.
Exactly. I think overall, as a season, Dad, you've got to remember as well, I think it's with transfers, and it was interesting to see that Carlos actually changed up at the weekend, last weekend. And for example, with Dean Garner in central attacking midfielder, he put Mikey Johnson, who I didn't even think was as good. It's a little bit of quality here and there, but again, I think now teams are looking at the likes of Mikey Johnson, your Tom Fellows, I think to yourself, right, then we'll double team him, put 2 players on him, and it means then he's not as much of a threat that he could be.
But this is my issue now. Yeah, I totally agree on that.
But
somebody else needs to come.
That's what I was literally about to say. This is where someone like Dean Garner, who I thought,
or Wallace, or Swift, or Mowat.
I think you said to me after you watched the game, being there live, I said in the vlog, I'm pretty sure that Dean Garner in that first half, I thought was a threat. He brought something completely different to Swift. Not the fact that he's going to get the ball and play it off. He's going to get the ball, run with it, and be an attacking option, a real attacking option. And that's what he was in that first half. Of course, there are bits and bobs where you thought, okay, and he's just come back from injury. He's not going to be the greatest, but he had a sort of shoulder injury. But overall, I thought he was really effective at one point.
Do you have a shoulder injury?
Yeah, cheers.
Sorry,
Nelson.
You're always doing that tonight. Come on.
But then, of course, Swift came on, and this is why I thought in the second half that when he came on, it actually did make a difference. And I've been saying to you week in, week out, because there's a lot of people saying, I've said many videos, the fact that Swift are getting a lot of hate just because of the goals and assists. It's not always about goals and assists, because this season he is bringing something different to the table. And when he came on, he was literally, it felt like there's an extra player on the pitch at points because he got that ball, drove it, and then made the right pass rather than driving and being that attacking threat always up there. Because what I have is with the team at the moment is they need the players like your Moets and your Swifts who will come to the ball and then play it off rather than playing it round the back, over to the left back, then to the right back, back to the left back, back to the centre back. And because you have that midfielder who is going to be that option, that's going to really play it around the pitch, that's why I think Swift and Moa have been real influential players this season.
Yeah, let's not overcomplicate things. I think the games I watch this stage, I think something's missing, and I realise what it is. It's waiting for somebody else to grab that game by the scruff of its neck. It doesn't always have to be Swift, Moet, Fellows or Madrid, but we're all in it together. We've all got something to add, and I think that it's very rare that you get a football team in any division that every single player is on it.
No, I get that, yeah.
So we've got to be prepared that when our key players aren't on it, then everybody else comes.
But that's good. Again, that's a good thing because if a player's not on it, look, again, I thought Granty didn't do a foot wrong.
No, did I? I don't think he has all season.
He hasn't at the season, and he's unlucky.
But bearing in mind, he's a goal scorer.
Yes, but I thought he's been influential in the games he's played. I think he's been our brightest.
I think he's running pretty off.
Yeah, well said. I think he's been one of our brightest sparks this season.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah.
And again, it's a players like him, your Tom Fellows and your Mikey Johnsons, even if they're having not the greatest of games, and they're getting pretty much one-on-one against the right back, left back, and they're getting done each time. Where I think Michael Johnson's got 1 out of 8 times he got past the left back and right back.
But we know what he's capable of done.
If they get past the defender once, that's what they need.
Absolutely, I agree.
Again, I think it was in the Millwall game. We had one chance for 5 minutes in. Madger skied it. It's a hard chance. If he scores that, different game.
It's almost. I don't know the setup behind the scenes at the Army. It's almost they need like a forward coach, because I think a fair play to Madger. He could turn around and say, well, "Hang on a sec, I can't get all the goals."
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think some players do need to step up, but overall, I've got to ask you guys, who has your player of the season been so far? Who has yours been stand out? As in, like, I think mine would have to be Moet, but who's one who's been stand out but doesn't get enough praise he should be? Is yours Granty?
For the first time for the first time ever, I'm going to stick up for him because I think I've watched him closely and he runs his bits off right. He's been very unlucky. Sometimes it's fine margins. I've been at games this season whereby Granty's had a pop, he just inches away or the keeper makes a worldie. That could make all the difference. So, I'm not getting worried. If I was giving the Albion a mark out of 10 for where we are at the moment, I'd say 8. And definitely, I think the future is bright. I don't think we should.
There's no standout team.
No, there isn't. That's the beautiful thing about it. But I think that we don't know what goes on behind the scenes of the Albion. Yeah. We know that we're in transition with the financials of the club. Don't forget, like, I've been slating Palmer. He's got to work with a new goalkeeping coach who has done
and
for a
load of clean sheets this season. If you
Absolutely, yeah.
However, I was going to say, guys, my player personally, who I would say Moa, 100%, he's been the best player this season for the Albion, and we'll go into in a minute. The one player I've been really impressed with is Semi Ajayi. I think he's come back into the role.
Don't get much credit, does he?
He doesn't actually, and he's been perfect. I don't think he's put many, I think games he hasn't been stand out, but he's one of those players where when he's relied upon, he's done really, really well. And him and Bartley have had that connection again in the back, and which is the reason why we're getting these wins, because we're grinding out results where the back line and the keeper have been really, really good. Of course, Palmer's been shaky a couple of times, but I think Semi has the times where he goes on a couple of runs, and again, he's going to be that attacking option in the box when the corner comes in. And I think he has gone out for a pass. I think we've seen it a couple of times. He has got a good pass on him. So for me, he has been a real stand-up player this season.
I'll say one thing though. I think every member of that team has got a pass in him.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And I also think that Semi is one of these players whereby his body language suggests he might not be interested or he's a bit lazy. He's not. He's just got
because he's got his pace in himself. He's got his pace as well.
So no, I'm not unduly worried. I would probably be worried when it comes to the January transfer window for players going out.
Yeah. Yes.
But I think, don't forget, if Shilling Patel might think, you know what, we just need that big boost.
Yeah.
And we might get some money from somewhere and we're going along. DK's back.
Exactly. So there's a lot of factors that could come into play going into
more
the Christmas period
than negatives.
Yes. 100%. I mean, guys, what are your thoughts on the season so far? I think, Dad, you're going to mention as well the international break is here. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think you are either, are you?
I don't. For many different reasons as well. I've really lost my my appetite for the international side. I ain't even going to talk about that, but I think that seeing Jace Malumbi...
I'm about to say, there's quite a number of players, isn't there, that are on international duty now. Big Jace, you, Mikey Johnston, semis, even a Hegem caller for Norway. Massive shout out to him as well.
For your McLaren boys.
Yeah, Court McLaren.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm happy. I think that the future is bright. I think it's an opportunity to all stick together. I think the international break, as I said previously, has come at a brilliant time. Dust ourselves down, get back on the horse, so to speak.
So I wouldn't panic, would you?
No.
I think everyone suits their opinions, but I wouldn't panic. And I think I was going to mention to you as a whole, what do you think has gone on behind the scenes differently? Because last season, seasons prior, we haven't actually been on the ball away games wise. Like
it's the reverse this time round.
What's the difference?
I don't know. I just think they seem more on it away from home. I think that it's almost as if the shackles have been lifted. At home, there seems to be a little bit of pressure on them, and I think they realise that if it's not going their way early doors, so to speak, is that the crowd get on top of them. And again, they've got every right because they pay the money. It's all about opinions, but we must remember where we were. We were in dire straits under Brucey.
Exactly, man.
And don't stop me on this one.
Go on, I'll let you go.
Listen, since King Carlos has come in, he's had a load of stuff to deal with, negative stuff to deal with. He was literally, I'd love to know. In fact, I bet you what, I bet people have been piling players on him who he don't want, who are on free transfers, or they're playing for the Dog and the Duck or road sweeping during the week, suddenly thrown in front of the Albion. Considering what he's had to work with, and I like this one, he's cut his cloth accordingly, and he's let his coaching do the ability.
Exactly. So he's taking the bones out of the performance, you'd say.
Picking the bones out of the performance. I think that all credit should go to him.
Oh, definitely.
But isn't it funny? I'm saying that now. Yet when results haven't gone our way, I'm blaming the players. But I do think, as a collective, we've changed. Team spirit is as best
I was going to mention as well, I think the community as well, within the club and outside, I think it's really positive. We've always been a really good community club, haven't we?
I think that, how can I put it? It just seems to all come together as one. And behind the scenes, I think the work is still going on.
And I think you've got to mention it again. I think we've mentioned it many times, the work that Shilling Patel's done.
I think behind the scenes he's working magic. There are some little tweaks that he still needs to do. But
I know, but the things he's doing differently, I think, including the fans a lot more. I think it's like the shareholder assemblies and whatnot. That's one of the main things I think fans love to see, like the ones who realistically are like more into like going to the Albion, speaking to Shilling Patel. That there for me is a real community spirit in the club.
You know something? It feels like it's our Albion again. I mean, I know we've got a long way to go, but we were like there's too many fractures within the club, and anyway, all down to King Carlos and Shilling Patel and the players and the fans. So let's use this opportunity now to get back to winning ways, get back on that horse, and let's be top for Christmas.
Perfect, guys. I was going to mention, if you're still watching, I was going to ask, do you want to see Beckham more vlogs? Do you, Dad?
I would like to see you both take the lead, yeah.
Yeah, I think she deserves a little shot.
I could be technical, don't I?
And also, I think the main man. I was also going to say, is there any other content you want to see? Because we really love doing these, don't we, Dad?
We do, yeah, and it's all about the fans. I mean, again, I can't touch this enough. It's just our opinion.
And we really appreciate you coming up to us and all the support we get in the videos. It makes our day, doesn't it?
Yeah, we have. And I've got some big news, but I'm not going to publish it just yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're worried, but it's all good. Yeah, so listen, when you do come up to us, makes our day. Make comment, makes our day. Because you know something? We just Albion daft. I live and breathe the Albion.
Same man.
You know, if you were to cut me like that, I'd bleed blue blood.
You know one man we always love? Big Jace Wheeler. What a man he is. He is Mr. Blue and White.
And who is he? He's one of our own.
He's one of our own. Big Jace Wheeler. He's one of our own.
Also, I've got an apology to make.
Go on.
To Big Kenny and Millwall and Big Richie. I didn't make it for the shandy drinking competition. Sure, I do apologise. I'll be back in touch. I'll say that on the old text, because the man flu got me better. They got the better of me. But we'll be at the den to come and see you. In fact, we might stop the night up in London. But anyway, listen. Keep the comments coming, keep the big hellos coming, and remember, we're Albion through and through, and the Lord is our
shepherd. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. As always, make sure if you can leave a like, subscribe, and always even comment down below. What time is it? It's showtime. Alright, let's start, ready?
Just tell the bloke to fucking turn it off.